Hello, I am Mihal and welcome to Irish Theatre this week. We're broadcasting live from the TheatreMaker.ie studio at Access Ballymun. Tonight we will bring you the latest in Irish theatre and arts and international news, as well as opportunities, government updates and news from around the world. This is Irish Theatre this week on Monday the 9th of August 2021. There's plenty of busy news for this busy week, so let's jump right in with the breaking stories. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has published its stark report today, claiming major climate changes are now irreversible and inevitable. According to the report, human activities are worsening the effects of climate change, which are widespread, rapid, and intensifying. The report by leading climate scientists provides evidence that unless there are immediate, rapid, and large-scale reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, limiting warming to close to 1.5 degrees or even 2 degrees will be beyond reach. In 2019, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere was higher than at any point over the last 2 million years, according to the landmark report. The first report of its type since 2013, it comes 3 months before the COP26 in Glasgow, where international leaders are to meet and negotiate climate agreements. Minister for the Environment, Eamon Ryan, has said that doing nothing is not an option, and that the first steps for reducing the impact of climate change will be the elimination of fossil fuels. Sticking with climate change, today will be the 7th day as Greek wildfires tear across the country as the country finds itself in the midst of its worst heat wave in 30 years. Fires that had threatened the northern suburbs of Athens in recent days died back, but the blaze on the island of Evia quickly burgeoned into several fronts, ripping through thousands of hectares of forest and forcing the evacuation of dozens of villages. Greece has deployed the army to help battle fires in several countries, including France, Egypt, Switzerland, Spain, have also sent help, including firefighting aircraft. More than 570 firefighters are battling the blaze in Evia, where 2 active fronts were burning in the north and south of the island. Scientists say human-induced climate change is making heat waves more likely and more severe. Kelly Harrington will be taking home gold after defeating Brazilian fighter Beatriz Ferreira in the women's lightweight final in Tokyo yesterday. Councillors in Dublin wanted to arrange a safe but spectacular return for Harrington in Dublin later this week, but no formal welcome is expected. That being said, celebrations are already well underway for the Dublin fighter in her native Portland Row. It is the 11th all-time goal for Ireland and their second at these games, with Paula Donovan and Fintan McCarthy also securing gold in the lightweight men's double sculls. President Michael D. Higgins sent this message on Twitter this morning in the wake of the win. "My warmest congratulations to Kelly Harrington on winning her gold medal at the Olympic Games. Here is an exceptional achievement, and she is an inspiration for us all." The Laois County Council Chairman Conor Bergen revealed Electric Picnic organisers can reapply for a new licence to hold the 3-day festival. Promoters Festival Republic and MCD wanted to run the festival at full capacity between the 24th and 26th of September. Plans were to allow 70,000 people to attend the festival, but indications from the County Council Chairman are that 70,000 will be unlikely to attend. Last Wednesday evening, the council decided to pull the plug on the September event, citing public health advice available from the HSE as motivating the decision. Council Chairman Conor Bergen said, "In theory, the festival organisers can reapply for a new licence to stage the event, but could not host the original number of people it had hoped for." No Electric Picnic acts had been released before the cancellation announcement. Yesterday, Cork beat Kilkenny by 5 points in the GAA Hurling All-Ireland Senior Championship. The match was attended by 24,000 people. 40,000 are expected to attend the final on the 22nd of this month, almost half of its full capacity of the 82,300. Currently, Croke Park's attendance is capped at 18,000 due to restrictions. At the same time yesterday, Twitter was in uproar when the Gaiety Theatre tweeted a traffic update to the 50 people attending the Dead and Opera at the theatre. The Gaiety advised people to allow extra time to travel, as there are 24,000 people travelling to Croke Park. Irish Theatre Twitter began to retweet, and it received over thousands of retweets. There has still been no roadmap laid out for the reopening of theatres. Opera singing basso John Malloy tweeted that he was proud and privileged to have performed at the Gaiety this weekend, but asked people if they could make out the 50 unusable seats in a photo of the auditorium. The Gaiety seats 2,000 people. Just last week, the National Campaign for the Arts called on the government to put forward a roadmap to reopening the live arts and event sector. A government press release 3 days later read, "Building on the success of the national vaccination programme and public health response to date, the next phase of the government's response will involve a clear roadmap for the sustainable reopening of activities in the live entertainment, culture and arts sector." The director of the HSE National Immunisation Office has said that the first vaccinations for children aged 12 to 15 are expected to be administered this weekend. Dr. Lucy Jessup told Morning Ireland the online portal will open on Thursday for the younger cohort. Registration will require the consent of at least one parent or guardian. Minister for Health Stephen Donnelly took to Twitter with the latest update on the vaccine rollout, noting that more than 6.1 million doses have been administered in Ireland. 74.5% of the population have now been fully vaccinated, with the government confident that 90% of the population will be partially vaccinated by the end of August. Australia has expanded a COVID-19 lockdown to a rural town and the coastal region of Byron Bay on Monday, as fears grew that the virus has spread from Sydney to the northern tip of the country. New South Wales reported 283 locally acquired cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours, up from 262 cases a day earlier. The state has struggled to contain the surge of the highly infectious Delta variant despite a lockdown of Sydney now in its 7th week. These restrictions now added to the increasingly strict conditions in Australia. Over the weekend, the Australian government expanded its ban on Australian citizens leaving the country to include people who are ordinarily residents in another country. Now, even people who live overseas may not be allowed to leave Australia. The restrictions will come into effect on the 11th of August and have been questioned as constitutionally invalid, with Australian legal firms considering a challenge to the new laws. Dublin Theatre Festival will soon be upon us, and the Dublin Theatre Festival programme will be launched Wednesday. Priority booking will begin that very day at 12 p.m. for people who have paid to be friend of the festival. General booking will open at 12 p.m. on the 24th of August. Dublin Theatre Festival is embracing the hybrid world of digital and in-person, and expect that there will be something for everyone to enjoy in this year's festival. Extra matinee tickets were added to Druid's The Seagull after Chekhov, taking place in Coole Park, County Galway. Druid performs a large-scale outdoor production of Thomas Kilroy's The Seagull after Chekhov, directed by Gary Hines. In-person tickets were added for Thursdays the 12th and 19th and the Saturday the 14th and 21st. However, Saturday's 21st matinee is now sold out. Tickets can be booked in groups of 4 on the Druids website. The Bord Gáis Energy Theatre recently held its first live performance in 18 months. At the start of this month, the curtain went up on the West Side Story musical, featuring music by Leonard Bernstein and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. West Side Story remains one of the most popular musicals of all time. The screen adaptation, celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, and won 10 Oscars in 1961. There were no printed programs. A QR code was displayed on posters for audience members to download a digital version on their phones. Beverages served include tea, coffee, soft drinks, as alcohol is not allowed under the government restrictions. With a cast of 20 and crew of 71, there were more people backstage and nearly twice as many in the whole production than in the audience. There were 2 shows in one day with an audience of 50 at each performance. Seating 2,100 people, the Bord Gáis Theatre would rank as the 4th largest London West End theatre and exceeds the capacity of all New York Broadway theatres. This put the West Side Story audience at 2% of the audience's capacity. This was made possible through the Live Performance Support Scheme. This performance in the Bord Gáis Energy Theatre was supported by the Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht, Sport and Media as the part of the pilot scheme designed to get industry professionals back to work. The Bord Gáis Energy Theatre will host a number of events in the coming months, including the Irish premiere of the Book of Mormon. Fire Door Theatre's God of Carnage will soon be coming back to Smock Alley. God of Carnage, originally in French Le Dieu de Carnage, is a play by Yasmina Reza and was first published in 2008. It sees two sets of parents meeting to discuss an incident between their children. One child hurt the other at the park. They agreed to meet to discuss the matter in a civilized manner. However, as the evening goes on, the parents become increasingly childish, resulting in the evening devolving into chaos. Originally written in French, the play was a success and has since been translated into English by translator Christopher Hampton. God of Carnage will be performed by Fire Door Theatre from the 23rd to the 28th of August in the Smock Alley Theatre, and tickets are now on sale. There are only 40 seats available per night and they are likely to sell fast. Book early on smockalley.com. Learn more about the play, cast and crew at firedoortheatre.com.
If you find value in Stage Door Live, please help us grow by letting your friends and followers know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like. Take a moment to share this live feed with your friends and followers right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Your support helps us continue these important conversations about Irish theatre now and into the future.
The Hollywood Foreign Press Association has approved the reform of bylaws and is now set to elect a new board of directors next month. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association was founded in 1943, then called the Hollywood Foreign Correspondents Association, by a group of entertainment journalists based in Los Angeles. During World War II, the non-profit organisation established a cultural bridge between Hollywood and those around the world. The HFPA continues to do so today with a membership representing more than 55 countries. Since 1944, the group has hosted the annual Golden Globe Awards, the premier ceremony which honours achievements in both television and film. 3 months ago, the HFPA set out on a mission of reforming. Last Thursday, Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the HFPA members approved a new set of bylaws codifying measures that restructure the organisation along the lines of inclusion, accountability and ethics and greater responsiveness to the film industry and the diversity in the world of journalism. Yeah. Ali Sar, HFPA board president, stated 3 months ago, we made a promise to commit to a transformational change, and with this vote we kept the last and most significant promise in reimagining the HFPA and our role in the industry. All of these promised reforms can serve as industry benchmarks and can allow us to once again partner meaningfully with Hollywood moving forward. With all this, any journalist who would like to join the HFPA can apply for membership. Under the new bylaws, new members will be selected by a credentials committee consisting of 5 non-HFPA members, 3 HFPA members, and the board president. Sing-along musical Evening Overtures is set to return with a fresh series of events in the Hippodrome in London. Considered the London counterpart to Mary Crisis' Cafe in New York, audiences attending will be invited to sing along to their favourite show tunes from shows such as Les Miserables, Wicked, My Fair Lady, The Sound of Music and Grease. Rather than having audiences watching, others go up and sing along on stage. The evening is set to feature just the crowd, the piano, the pianist and the show tunes. Overtures will return from the 26th of August, playing at Lola's Underground Casino at the Hippodrome on Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays from 8 p.m. The Washington Center in Washington, USA announced a new season with audiences at full capacity for the first time since March 2020. The season includes several performances which were impacted by the pandemic and have been rescheduled, as well as brand new performances. Currently on sale are tickets for National Geographic Live, Pink Boots and The Machete, Maria Mayer, The Temptations and The Pianist. Tickets are being sold in waves, with the next wave opening this Friday. Friends of the Centre and the 2019-2020 season subscribers having early access. Other upcoming events include That Golden Girls Show, a puppet parody, and God is a Scottish Drag Queen, a Christmas special, The Washington Center for the Performing Arts is a not-for-profit performance venue with a mission to inspire audiences and artists of all ages through live performance, enriching the vibrancy of our community. Before moving on, I'd like to take a moment to remind you that the TheatreMaker.ie's team needs your help to keep the conversation going. During the month of August, we're asking you to support our mission of promoting conversations in the sector and making news and information freely available. And by support, we mean we need your financial help. We've set up a special page on our website, www.TheatreMaker.ie, where you can pledge your support and show how important TheatreMaker.ie is to you. If you can't help financially right now, if you would like to take a moment to share our request for support with 5 friends, that helps too. Thank you in advance for your support. The programme of the Dublin Feminist Film Festival is now out and tickets are now on sale. This year's theme is care and connections, 2 qualities that are ever important and now more important than ever. The festival will be between August 20th and August 22nd. To check out the work that will be showcased this year, as well as buy tickets, please go to the official website of the Irish Film Institute. UK musicians and performers do not need visas or work permits for short-term travel tours in 19 EU member states, announced the UK government last week. The government is now actively engaging with remaining EU member states that do not allow visa and permit-free touring and calling on them to align their arrangements with the UK's rules, which allow touring performers and support staff to come to the UK for up to 3 months without a visa. General Secretary of Equity UK, Paul W. Fleming, said in a statement that after months of work behind the scenes by the entertainment unions and campaign groups, today's announcement is an overdue but welcome first step. Waterford Spree returns this August. Its first event, City Spree, ended yesterday. The festival promises 3 more exciting events. Greenway Spree, which will start this Thursday and will continue until Sunday. Participant Spree from August 19th to 22nd. And Prism Spree from 23rd to the 29th of August. That last one takes place on the grounds of Waterford Courthouse. The festival aims to celebrate the county's sense of fun and community spirit and promises a lot of performance, magic and for all ages to enjoy. DONERAILE Art Fest 2021 will run from the 12th to the 15th of August 2021 in Doneraile, County Cork. It will include arts and craft workshops as well as highly anticipated plein air competition. To book a workshop, go to DONERAILEArtFest.com. The Institute of Art, Design and Technology in Dunleera will be working together with the Loughborough University to record, curate and archive 50 years worth of oral histories and digitise records of feminist artists in Ireland and the UK. The Digital Humanities Project aims to unearth hidden and untold secrets of feminist art across both islands from the 1970s to the present day. So the transformative and radical advances of this generation are never forgotten. The project is titled Feminist Art, Making Histories and will last 3 years. The National Opera House has announced a new show this weekend. Jessica Vosk, well known for her role as Elphaba in Wicked, will come to the Opera House for her only show in Ireland on the 3rd of March 2022. The deadline for the capacity building scheme this coming Thursday, the 12th of August, is now your last few days to polish off that application and send it in. The capacity building scheme is available across all art forms and art practices, supported by the Arts Council. There is also 1 week left to apply to the Artist in the Community Scheme Bursary Award. This award is to support and nurture professional arts practice and specifically aimed at artists with a track record of working collaboratively with communities or places of interest in the context of cultural diversity. The bursary of €10,000 provides the selected artists with time and resources to carry out research, reflect and engage with and reflect on their practice. More particularly, it allows the artist to consider key questions associated with cultural diversity using collaborative methodologies. For those with projects in Irish, there are a number of awards you can apply for funding on at AUSSIE. These include seed funding, festival funding, and also support for events in Irish for Culture Night, which will be in September. For those based in Northern Ireland, there are a number of ongoing funding opportunities you can apply to through the National Lottery Community Fund. There are 2 strands of funding, under £10,000 and over £10,000. There are a number of different areas which you can apply for the funding, such as people and communities, empowering young people, growing great ideas, and forces in mind. Many of these are open to the United Kingdom, though some are also specific to Northern Ireland. For more information, visit TNL communityfind.org.uk.
You can find us on most social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at TheatreMaker.ie. And catch additional news, blogs and sector coverage on our website, TheatreMaker.ie. Watch this space. There's more exciting content on the way from TheatreMaker.ie.
Last night, the Abbey Theatre and Youth Theatre Ireland celebrated the digital premiere of Aftertaste. From 2021, National Youth Theatre, directed by Veronica Coburn and written by Ciara Elizabeth Smith. You can watch this new play about power and chaos presented by an ensemble cast of 16 young actors and 6 young designers from youth theatres across Ireland on the Abbey Theatre's YouTube channel now. Commissioned by the Gate Theatre, Something in You Knows Things is an immersive guided audio walk experience written and performed by Claire Dunn. Have a listen and a walk with the piece featuring music and soundscapes by Tom Lane, the Gate Theatre's associate artist on SoundCloud, and at gatetheatre.ie. The Kilkenny Arts Festival is well underway, running up until this Sunday, the 15th. Along with a myriad of concert, installations and exhibitions online and in person, events include Electra from the Irish National Opera, What Is the Word from Pan Pan, The City Is Never Finished with music by Michael Gallen and Peter Power, and Rough Magic's production of Tonic by Fionn Foley. Who had their opening night yesterday? As you can see, the audience was more than prepared for the Irish summer. More information and tickets can be found at KilkennyArts.ie. The Bloody Phoenix rises again. Due to demand, the first production in the Walkabout series from Bewley's Cafe Theatre, Bloody Phoenix has returned for an extended run until the 14th of August. Tickets available at bewleyscafetheatre.com. There's still time to catch of a mind, created by Listen and Breed and commissioned by the Mermaid Arts Centre. Take a look. This guided audio performance runs until this Sunday, the 15th of August. Get your tickets at mermaidartscentre.ie. Edinburgh International Festival and Fringe Festival are underway, with many options for theatre makers and lovers of live performance who can't quite make it either festival in person this year. Performing live and in person at the Traverse Theatre, and the Walsh's Medicine has received praise, including a 5-star review from the Scotsman and Telegraph. On the virtual programme, in no particular order, is Ava O'Connor and Hildegard Ryan Afloat, Claire Monelly's Charlie a Klepto, City by John McCarthy, Drone Bone Jetty from Little John Nee and DBJ Productions, Sebastian Barry's On Blueberry Hill, Pat Kinnivan's Silent, Skelpie Limmer's Two Fingers Up, Looking for America, written by Federico Julian Gonzalez and Janet Moran, Landmarks of the Saviour, Cash Point Meat from Obstreperous Young Ladies, Tyke Hickey's In One Eye Out the Other, and Mustard by Ava O'Connor, and many, many more. Check out the full programme on the Edinburgh International Festival and Edinburgh Fringe Festival websites. Several shows we've already covered are still ongoing, including the previously mentioned Druid Seagull at Cool Park, the Everyman's Outdoor Elizabeth Fort, Irish Reps on the Man screening of Marina Corr's The Cordelia Dream, filmed at the New Theatre, Playboy of the Western World, the musical, and the Chronicles of Ogle from Asylum Productions and Fight to Fight Productions at Smock Alley until the 14th. And that's it for Irish Theatre this week. Thank you for joining us. Our programming is made possible by the support of Dublin City Council and Access Ballymun. TheatreMaker.ie is here to support you and your projects. Don't forget to send in your press releases and show announcements to news@TheatreMaker.ie for considerations to be published on our website and our online programming. Don't forget to check out Stage Door Live this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Join us again next week for another episode of Irish Theatre This Week, and stay up to date on the latest in arts, news, and on our social media and website, TheatreMaker.ie. And lastly, we ask you to make your way over to TheatreMaker.ie to pledge your support and help us keep the conversation going. I'm Micheál, and this was Irish Theatre This Week.